The fellas get the job done yet again. And the starting pitching staff was outstanding. Ross Stripling dominant in the 5-1 Jays win today. And with the W, the Jays are guaranteed at the very least to get a series win and to be ahead of the Tampa Bay Rays when they lead Toronto tomorrow. With the W also. The Jays now hit a high water mark of the year. 19 games over the 500 mark at 81-62. Jays fans, you know where they ended last year? 20 games over the 500 mark. So the Jays are right near that total from last season, and they're just in very nice shape standings-wise. But we'll talk about that at the end of the video as we preview tomorrow's game. But let's break down this puppy, shall we? Top of the first inning, Ross Stripling, 9-pitch inning. Quick, easy, simple. Bottom of the first inning, Vladdy comes up, and he crushes one to left field. It's high and it's deep, but the question is, does it have enough wings? And it does! Not only does it give the Blue Jays a 1-0 lead in the bottom half of the first, it's home run number 100 for Vladdy in his young career. It is now 100 home runs and 100 doubles on his young career as a Toronto Blue Jay. Fantastic stuff for Vladdy. Congrats to him. And more importantly, it puts the Jays in the lead after one inning. Ross Stripling going out there, just carving the guys up like a Thanksgiving turkey, and we're getting damn close to Thanksgiving. Bottom of the third inning comes up. And the bottom of the lineup does a job. And they did a job all game long. I'll break down some things later on. The bottom of the third inning, you have the bases loaded, nobody out, right? Espinal leads off with a single. Bradley hits a single. Then George Springer walks, right? And the bases are now loaded with nobody out for Vladdy. And he hits a chopper to short, I believe it was. But it wasn't hit all that hard. So what does Vladdy do? He busts his tail out of the box. They get the one out at second, but Vladdy is safe at first. Very important play there, right? Because Vladdy boogieing down the line, now there's only one out, and that guy is at third base now. Very important because Bo Bichette now comes up, and he rips a single to left center because just why not? And that scores Jackie Bradley. And the Blue Jays now have a 3-0 lead because Espinal scores on the Vladdy fielder's choice. And the Jays have a 2-run inning there. And look, we talk about when you have the bases loaded, nobody out, you need at least 2, right? You want to get the guys home from third and the guy from second to third. That's what you, at the bare minimum, that's what you want, right? And that's what Vladdy did. Next, you want to drive that run in from third, however you can. Single, sac fly, ground out, whatever. Bo gets the single, drives in that run. So you get 2 runs there. It's very important, and they did a great job in that inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning, and the Jays aren't done. Danny Jansen rips a double. It was double. And then Espinal hits a little, and then Tapia, before that. So Jansen hit the double, and then Tapia, this was a leadoff double. Tapia, what did he do? It's a phenomenal job from Tap. He gets a full count, right? And he knows he's got to pull this ball on the ground or get the ball in the air to right field to get Jansen to third base with less than 2 out. And on a full count pitch, he hits a little dribbler ground ball to second base. The guy can barely handle it. Gets him out at first, but Jano moves to third. Then Santiago Espinal hits a little chopper to third base, but when they had him in the shift, and the shortstop and the third baseman are crossing, it goes off of the shortstop, I believe it was, because he went in front of the third baseman, and he deflects it, and he goes past both guys into shallow left field. But Danny Jansen was already moving on the pitch. He would have been safe anyways, because that would have been a really tough play to go home, because he was off right on contact. And not only does that run score, Espinal ends up on base with an RBI single. The Jays now lead 4-0. Let's keep going here. Bottom of the 6th inning. With 2 out, Danny Jansen rips another double down the left field line. All right? Hey, guys scoring position 2 out. Well, they can't really see too much happening. Tapia punches one up the middle for a base hit. Jansen comes in to score, and the Jays now lead at 5-0. The bottom of the lineup doing so many things today to help your team win. You know, and top of the 7th inning, Harold Ramirez, former Jay, it's a solo shot off of Ross Stripling, but that's all she wrote. Coming into the game, if you saw the batting lineup today, right, you see, obviously, Lourdes Gurriel, he's still on the IL. You see no Teoscar Hernandez, and you see no Alejandro Kirk. You want to get as many lefties in there against Drew Rasmussen as you can. And that's what, and also it's an idea to get those guys off their feet with a day game there tomorrow against the lefty, Shane McClanahan. So it just makes sense for Schneider to do that, but the lineup didn't really look that intimidating past, what, Bo Bichette? Because after who am I missing here? Matt Chapman at 4. Because then it was Kevin Gausman hitting 5th. You know, and it's like, yeah, I like Gausman, I like Jansen, but 5, 6, not where I want to hit them. But they came through. Your 6 through 9 hitters today combined 7 for 13. That's incredible. And you chased Drew Rasmussen after 4 innings. They did a phenomenal job getting to him, and it was a really nice pitching performance from Ross. Let's get to the offense quick before we get to Strip. Bo Bichette just continues to absolutely rake. Had a double there in the ninth, or in the bottom of the 8th inning. Leadoff double that nothing came around to score, unfortunately, but gets the leadoff double to the right center field gap. He goes 2 for 4 with an RBI. Danny Jansen goes 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored, right? And with a couple doubles. And Espinal goes 3 for 3, scores a run, and has an RBI. Tapia, I think, went 1 for 4 in the game, but he had an RBI single. And Jackie Bradley went 1 for 3, but he scored a run. Everybody from that 6 to 9 spot contributed in some sort of way, whether it was driving in a run or scoring a run. Phenomenal job by the 6 through 9 hitters today. Yeah, you can talk about George Springer. You know, he went like 1 for 3 or whatever. He had a hit and a walk. Vladdy went deep. Bo had a couple hits. That's nice. But the main guys today were that 6 through 9. Your bottom lineup did a job today. The team overall, 11 hits total, 2 strikeouts, and only 1 walk. They only struck out twice today. Their approach to the plate was phenomenal. We talked about this, guys, after the first game of the doubleheader. Look, we just want a good approach at the plate. Don't be flailing a bad pitch. We talked about Vladdy's first AB in that game, where he just looked totally lost. Well, in last night's game, in the 7th and 8th inning, they looked phenomenal. And today, right from the get-go against Drew Rasmussen, who's been phenomenal this year, they're just teeing off on the guy and they're not chasing anything. A very impressive job by the Jays offense today. Ross Stripling, what else can you say? Since coming off the IL, the dude hasn't gone less than 6 innings. He hasn't allowed more than 3 runs in an outing. He's been flat out dominant. And other than a missed pitch to Harold Ramirez, and heck, I wouldn't even say it was a really bad pitch. He just turned on an inside heater, I think it was, or something on the inner half, that he turned on and somehow kept it fair. You know, in 6 1/3, a 3-hit ball. 1 run, 4 Ks, 1 walk. I mean, he was phenomenal. Pounding the strikes. I think he threw, let me see if I got the numbers right here. He threw 87 pitches, 65 strikes. I mean, it's only 22 balls. He was just pounding the zone with all his pitches, right? You get the fastball. You got his just absolutely devastating changeup. You got the slider he's mixing in quite a bit, and the odd curveball here and there to keep it in their mind. Just an absolute masterful performance from him today. Adam Simber goes out there, goes 2/3 inning, allows a hit and a walk. That was in Ross Stripling's 7th inning. But does job, gets out of the inning, no problem. Jimmy Garcia goes out there, gives him 2 hits to lead off the inning, and they were hard hit balls, and his velocity, you know, at the beginning of the inning was like 93, 94. I'm like, okay, we've seen Jimmy hit like 97, so it's down a little bit. Then he's like, don't worry, I got you. Strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. Strikes out the side the rest of the way, and a phenomenal outing from him. Strikes out a Rosarena, strikes out, I know we got G-Man Choi to end the inning. God, I can't remember, was it Margot? I can't remember who he got, his second strikeout. But either way, phenomenal. And then Anthony Bass goes out there, and he goes an inning, allows a hit, gets a strikeout. Nothing doing there. Clean job there. You don't have to use Jordan Romano. You don't have to use Tim Mays. You don't have to use David Phelps. So at the very least, you got those 3 guys available tomorrow. And now, the pitching matchup for tomorrow is going to be wild. Kevin Gausman takes the hill for the Blue Jays. And Shane McClanahan gets the ball for the Rays. Now, you look at McClanahan's stats and say, holy crap, this guy's insane. And he is. No doubt about that. However, he is coming off the IL. So the question now is, how long is his leash? And how quality will his stuff be, having been on the IL for a little bit? And I can't remember when he went on the IL, but again, what's his quality of stuff going to look like? And the Jays' approach to the plate the last couple of games have been very good. So how's that going to look tomorrow? Well, I don't know. That's obviously why we watch the game. And if the Jays, tomorrow's game is massive for a few reasons. One, you in that game, I believe you either tie the season series with the Rays or you take the lead in the season series. I'm not too sure exactly what situation we're in there. You guys might be able to let me know on that. But also, You lose that game, you're half a game up, which is not terrible, considering you're half a game down going into the series. But if you win that, you are 2.5 games up on the Rays. Like, that is so massive tomorrow. Kevin Gausman, who wasn't, I can't say he wasn't great in his last outing, because he just gave up a couple home runs with a couple guys on base, so it just looked a little uglier, his stat line. I think he'll dominate tomorrow. That splitter, one of the highest chase pitches in all of baseball. We'll see how it happens. Out of town scoreboard-wise, obviously the Mariners won. However, the Jays won, so we still stay half a game ahead of the Seattle Mariners for the first seed in the wild card, and obviously the Baltimore Orioles won, so they are still 5.5 back of the Toronto Blue Jays. But as long as we keep winning, it doesn't matter what happens behind us, right? It really doesn't. We control our own destiny right now, so let's go out there and do a job. Tomorrow, going to be a tough one. Let's see what the fellas can do. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the ball game tonight, smack that like button. I do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already, comment down below. Thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? The Twitter link is down below, so follow up, send me a DM. Do all that great stuff, and you guys know where to find me. You guys know where to find me. Tomorrow, as I'll be talking, Jays edition, Jays Rays, the finale of this 5-game set against the Tampa Bay Rays at Rogers Center. Shane McClanahan, Kevin Gausman is a pitching matchup there at 3:07 at Rogers Center. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the ball game tonight. We'll talk to you guys then.